This model features a completely redesigned engine. It delivers unmatched speed, and at this price, it's an incredible value.
It's crazy how history repeats itself, but when Kawasaki does it, it repeats in the loudest, fastest, and most thrilling way possible. What if I told you that a motorcycle once loved by the rebels of the ADS has just been reborn? A machine that carried the soul of street freedom, now re-engineered for a new generation of riders. Welcome back to Car Quest Pro, the place where legends are reborn and the future of performance comes alive. And today, you're about to meet one of the most talked about comebacks in the motorcycle world, the 2026 Kawasaki Z400FX. The moment you see it, you realize, this is not just another street bike. This is Kawasaki saying, we still remember what made people fall in love with riding. The Z400FX isn't here to blend in, it's here to bring attitude back to the streets. Let's start with the way it looks, because that's where the magic begins. From a distance, the 2026 Z400FX looks like it just rolled out of a time machine. The circular LED headlight gives you that pure retro charm of the original 1979 Z400FX, but wrapped in futuristic LED rings that scream modern precision. The tank has that muscular 80s silhouette, sculpted with sharp 2026 era lines that flow all the way to the tail. Kawasaki didn't just redesign the bike, they reimagined nostalgia. Every element on this machine feels intentional. The brushed metal fuel tank cap, the old-school Kawasaki logo, and the slim tail with an integrated LED light bar, it's all about merging past and present. The engineers even gave it a slightly upright riding posture, reminding you that this isn't a racetrack warrior, but a pure street fighter built for real-world joy. And yes, that color, Kawasaki's signature lime green metallic with deep black contrast panels. It looks alive, like it's glowing under sunlight. The frame beneath it gleams in matte graphite, making the entire bike look sculpted from motion itself. Now let's talk about the engine, because that's where the heart of the Z-Series always beats loudest. The 2026 Z400FX houses a 399 cubic centimeters liquid-cooled parallel twin engine, tuned to perfection. It produces 48 horsepower at 10,000 revolutions per minute and 38 Newton-meters of torque at 8,000 revolutions per minute. Those might sound like mid-range numbers, but when you actually ride it, it feels far more alive than you'd expect. Kawasaki remapped the throttle response and optimized the intake for instant low-end torque. That means the moment you twist the throttle, it surges forward, no lag, no hesitation, just pure Kawasaki bite. The 6-speed gearbox is crisp and mechanical, almost telepathic in the way it shifts. Downshifts are smooth, and with the optional slipper clutch, you can dive into corners without that annoying rear-wheel chatter. The engine hums quietly at idle, but once you push past 5,000 revolutions per minute, it transforms into a growl that sends chills through your veins. It's not deafening, it's beautiful, the kind of sound that makes you smile under your helmet. Now imagine this. You're riding through city streets at night. Streetlights reflecting off the tank, the instrument cluster glowing softly. You feel that mix of technology and soul beneath you. That's what Kawasaki has built, a bike that connects emotionally. Speaking of tech, the 2026 Z400FX is smarter than it looks. It features a full-color TFT display that connects to your phone via the Kawasaki Radiology app. You can check performance data, GPS route mapping, fuel efficiency, or even monitor your lean angles. You can switch between riding modes, standard, sport, and rain, adjusting throttle sensitivity and traction control with just a tap. And for those who love night rides, Kawasaki introduced adaptive LED lighting. The system slightly adjusts beam direction as you lean, ensuring you always see what's ahead, even in tight corners. It's a small detail, but it adds a whole new level of confidence. The chassis. Lightweight trellis frame, just 166 kilograms overall. Combine that with a show of $41 million fork up front and a fully adjustable rear monoshock, and you've got handling that feels almost psychic. You lean, it follows. You push, it holds. Whether you're carving twisties in the mountains or weaving through urban traffic, the Z400FX feels like an extension of your own reflexes. And let's not forget the brakes, dual 300mm front discs with radial mount calipers, backed by dual-channel ABS and traction control. It stops with confidence, even on wet asphalt. That's the difference between a good ride and a great one, the feeling of total control. Kawasaki didn't just stop at engineering, they made sure this bike tells a story. The Z400FX carries the emotional DNA of the 1980s model that first inspired young riders to take on the streets. Back then, it was known as the people's superbike, not too expensive, but thrilling enough to feel like one. The 2026 version brings that same spirit back. It's approachable, powerful, and rebellious all over again. Now let's talk numbers, because price always defines how reachable that dream really is. The 2026 Kawasaki Z400FX comes in around $6,800 US.